As we gaze up at the star-filled sky, wondering if there is anyone else out there, could it be that a highly advanced civilization once existed before us, and perhaps is even watching us at this very moment? But the most terrifying thought of all is this: we have no idea who they are, where they are, or what caused them to disappear. Imagine a civilization capable of harnessing the energy of an entire galaxy, bending space-time, or even controlling the very laws of the universe. A civilization so advanced that our greatest scientific achievements would seem as primitive as fire starters compared to their technology. What if these civilizations have already figured out how to conceal their existence? Or worse, what if they have witnessed civilizations like ours before and already know the fate we are about to face? Today, we will uncover the traces of a civilization so advanced that it terrifies scientists. Where did they go? What did they achieve? And most importantly, could we be next? You've probably imagined a future world where humanity doesn't just survive, but dominates the universe, conquering every limit we once thought was impossible. In this world, mankind has unraveled nearly every mystery of the universe, harnessing endless energy from distant stars to build a civilization far beyond our wildest dreams. This world might be the one you see through an open window, where skyscrapers don't just rise from the ground, but soar up to the clouds, like majestic architectural wonders stretching towards the golden rays of the sun, ready to embrace an unprecedented future. With just a glance outside the window, you'll see modern flying vehicles moving as fast as the wind, like busy swarms of bees buzzing around their hive. These spaceships are no longer a far-off fantasy, but the familiar mode of transportation for every person. In the blink of an eye, you could easily recognize the monumental strides humanity has made. We've just reached a major milestone, becoming a civilization that not only harnesses energy from Earth, but can also tap into energy from multiple stars across the galaxy, opening up a new era of sustainability and endless progress. You might wonder, what would such a civilization look like? How would people live in a world where we no longer need to worry about energy sources, and we can move freely and work anywhere in the universe? When you step into a transport chamber, in the blink of an eye, you could be whisked away to a massive space station orbiting a distant planet, where space and time no longer impose limits. Could this be the future humanity is heading toward? Or is it just a dream that breaks through the limits of imagination? What if I told you that all of this could actually become a reality? What if some alien civilizations have already reached these astounding heights of technological progress and energy manipulation? Imagine a universe where advanced beings harness unimaginable power, shaping their worlds in ways we can only dream of today. Could this really be the future of humanity? Or are we merely looking at the astonishing achievements of civilizations far beyond our own? This idea began to take shape in 1964, when Soviet scientist Nikolai Kardashev introduced a groundbreaking concept known as the Kardashev scale. Kardashev proposed a classification system to categorize civilizations based on their ability to consume energy and their technological advancement. This scale ranges from Type 1, which represents a civilization that has not yet fully tapped into the energy potential of its own planet, to Type 3, capable of harnessing the vast energy of an entire galaxy. The Kardashev scale provides a fascinating lens through which we can imagine the future of technological evolution, not only for humanity, but also for civilizations that may exist elsewhere in the universe. At the core of Kardashev's scale is the fundamental relationship between energy and technology. As civilizations acquire more energy, they develop advanced technologies that allow them to harness even greater energy, resulting in a self-perpetuating cycle of progress. This cycle is what drives civilizations forward, and it's a process that, if left unchecked, can lead to remarkable advancements and transformations. It's humbling to realize, however, that despite the rapid technological progress we've made as a species, humanity is still at the very bottom of the Kardashev scale. We are currently classified as a Type 0 civilization. This means that, although we have made incredible strides in technology, we have yet to master the full potential of the resources available on our own planet. We still rely on fossil fuels, struggle with energy sustainability, and have yet to create a global energy infrastructure that is both efficient and environmentally friendly. In 2018, humanity's energy consumption reached an average of 18.4 terawatts. This number is a far cry from what would be required to reach a Type 1 civilization. According to Michio Kaku, a renowned theoretical physicist, if we continue to increase our energy consumption by just 3% per year, we could achieve Type 1 status in 100 to 200 years. This might sound like a long time, but given the rapid acceleration of technological innovations and energy discoveries, it's within the realm of possibility. A Type 1 civilization is defined by its ability to fully harness all the energy available on its home planet, as well as the energy from a neighboring star. Such a civilization can extract power from a combination of fission, fusion, and renewable resources, creating a sustainable, near-unlimited supply of energy. But this doesn't stop there. A Type 1 civilization can also engage in interplanetary travel and communication, allowing them to establish a presence on multiple planets and moons within their solar system. These civilizations could terraform planets, manipulate the weather, and even control seismic activities, like earthquakes. Medical advancements would allow them to eradicate diseases and potentially slow down the aging process, enhancing both the lifespan and quality of life of their species. But being a Type 1 civilization doesn't make a species invincible. Even with all the technological advancements, they are still vulnerable to extinction. They may have augmented their abilities with technology, but the fundamental risks of space, cosmic radiation, asteroid impacts, and other existential threats still remain. Furthermore, while they may have spread out across their solar system, they are still limited by the vast distances of space and the inherent dangers of interplanetary life. According to Michio Kaku, in his book Physics of the Future, civilizations that achieve Type 1 status will be able to harvest the full power of their planet. This means utilizing all the sunlight that strikes their world, capturing energy from volcanic eruptions, and controlling atmospheric forces. They could even manipulate weather patterns to ensure optimal living conditions, or build floating cities on oceans. All of the planetary energy, weather, volcanoes, tides, and sunlight would be within their control. It's a vision of the future where technology is not just an enhancement of human life, but a fundamental tool for shaping the environment itself. So, what would it take for humanity to reach this stage? What technological, societal, and energy breakthroughs must we achieve to ascend to Type 1 status? Could this be the next step in our evolutionary journey, or will it take millennia for us to reach these heights? As we continue to innovate and explore new energy solutions, it's clear that the path forward is a thrilling one, filled with opportunities to reshape our world and perhaps even our destiny among the stars. This level of control over the natural world is truly astounding and shows just how far a civilization can progress when it masters energy and technology. All this talk about Type 1 civilizations might make it seem like we'd have superpowers, but that's nothing compared to what civilizations of Type 2 are capable of. Have you ever heard about a Dyson sphere? This is where a Type 2 civilization comes in. These civilizations are able to harness the energy of an entire star by building a Dyson sphere around it. A Dyson sphere is a hypothetical megastructure proposed by physicist Freeman Dyson, which is essentially a spherical shell built around a star to capture its energy. The energy can then be used to power the civilization's infrastructure and technology. Building a Dyson sphere would require an enormous amount of resources and technology, and is not something that we are currently capable of as a civilization. However, there have been some intriguing discoveries that have raised questions about the possibility of advanced civilizations harnessing the energy of stars. One of the most famous examples of a star that has generated a lot of interest among astronomers and the public alike is Tabby's star. This star, located approximately 1,470 light-years away from Earth in the constellation Cygnus, was discovered by the Kepler Space Telescope in 2015. Tabby's star gained widespread attention because of its unusual and erratic light patterns. It appeared to dim by up to 20% at irregular intervals, which was not consistent with any natural phenomenon that had been observed before. Some astronomers speculated that the dimming could be caused by a swarm of comets passing in front of the star, or perhaps even by an alien megastructure like a Dyson sphere. If a civilization were able to build a Dyson sphere around a star, they would have access to an immense amount of energy that would allow them to power technology and infrastructure on a scale that is currently unimaginable for us. They would have the ability to manipulate the energy output of the star and could potentially even create artificial gravity and black holes. Type 2 civilizations would also have the ability to colonize entire star systems. They would be able to build habitats and infrastructure on planets and moons, and could potentially even terraform these worlds to make them habitable for their species. They would also have the ability to manipulate the orbits of planets and moons, and could potentially even create their own star systems. According to Kardashev, this kind of civilization is so advanced that it's almost godlike. The only type of civilization that could surpass it is a Type 3 civilization. Imagine an entire galaxy with every solar system completely dismantled and every star enclosed in a Dyson cloud of energy-extracting solar cells. Can you try and imagine how powerful this civilization would be? They could travel faster than the speed of light and manipulate gravity and electromagnetic fields. They would travel using some sort of propulsion technology we do not yet understand, being able to travel the galaxy in a couple of hours or days. In a 2015 study, astronomers estimated that the existence of such a civilization in our local universe is extremely rare. But if they do exist, galaxies would be like simple homes for them, and planets would be nothing but stones in their path. They would have the ability to manipulate the very fabric of space and time, control the movements of stars, and extract energy from the most powerful phenomena in the universe, such as supernova and black holes. We can't even imagine what else could happen if we reach this level of civilization. It is estimated that humans may take about 1 million years to reach this level, if we are able to maintain our race until then. Right now, we obviously can't see anything like that, and there are two possible explanations for why. Either there's no civilization that has reached this level, or it's possible that these advanced beings have developed so rapidly and with such advanced technology that they have been able to cover their tracks and remain undetected. With all this, you may think this should be the most powerful and advanced civilization. Even Kardashev himself believed that there could only be 3 types of civilizations. But can some other civilization be even more advanced than all of them? In his original scale, Nikolai Kardashev introduced only 3 levels of civilization, as he believed that the energy of the whole galaxy could cover any life form's needs. Some other scientists went much further and updated the scale, imagining the possibilities of civilizations far beyond Type 3. The sheer size of the universe offers a glimpse of what might be possible for a Type 4 civilization. With billions of galaxies to explore, such a civilization could harness the energy of each one if necessary, controlling it for their needs. They could manipulate and rearrange the galaxies like construction sets, creating new planetary systems or even erasing something that was no longer needed from the universe. Of course, to achieve this level of control, such a civilization would need to discover new laws of physics that are currently beyond human comprehension. But the mere possibility of such an advanced civilization is a testament to the vast potential of the universe and the endless mysteries waiting to be uncovered. But that's not all. The idea of a multiverse theory is not new and has been speculated by many scientists and philosophers for centuries. But what if there was a civilization that had not only discovered the existence of other universes, but also found a way to harness their energy? A Type 5 civilization would be able to control the energy of infinite universes. They would command all the hidden dimensions, be able to transfer energy from one universe to another, and even make teleportation and time travel routine occurrences. Yeah, all of this sounds implausible. But a Type 6 civilization would exist outside space and time, capable of creating universes and multiverses, and also being able to destroy them instantly. If we were to reach this level of development, humanity would be able to control anything and everything. At this stage, we would practically be gods. In a far-off future, humanity had reached the pinnacle of its evolution. They had become a Type 7 civilization. With the technology available to them, they had unlocked the secrets of the universe, and with it, the secret to immortality. Members of the Omega civilization could use virtual technology to travel to various pocket dimensions. To achieve this, they would be able to curve space-time so that it acquires a certain emptiness that would later be used as a new home for objects relocated from the already existing universe. Considering all the distortions, the laws of physics could be somewhat different there, which could be very helpful. As they journeyed through the pocket dimensions, they discovered that each dimension was unique in its own way. Some dimensions were filled with vibrant colors and exotic creatures, while others were vast deserts or barren wastelands. But in every dimension they visited, they found something new to learn, new ways to challenge themselves, and new experiences to enjoy. The most incredible thing about these pocket dimensions was the potential for immortality. They would be able to program every single atom of every individual in that dimension, allowing the civilization to continue living in the pocket universe indefinitely. And when the pocket universe eventually faded away, they could move to a pocket universe inside the pocket universe, and so on, indefinitely. The Omega civilization had become masters of their own destiny. No longer limited by the constraints of time and space, they had become beings of pure energy, capable of traveling between dimensions at will. With every new dimension they discovered, they continued to push the limits of what was possible, achieving feats that were once thought impossible. You all must have seen the pyramids, those ancient structures that have stood the test of time and continue to awe and inspire us to this day. But what if I told you that there was once an advanced civilization that existed millions of years ago, long before our own? Scientists over the years have studied the Great Pyramid and pondered what it must have taken at that time to construct such a wonder. Many believe that it took 20,000 workers and 20 years to finish the Great Pyramid. This would be an astounding task, especially when our history shows that they only used wooden implements with ropes and pulleys. Due to the intricate details and precise alignments of the pyramid, it's hard to believe that such a magnificent structure could be completed in just 20 years, with so few people, such limited tools, and the resources available at that time. Despite all the study and examination by scientists, exactly how the pyramid was built remains a mystery. Even with modern tools, scientists have not determined a way to recreate the pyramids on smaller scales with the same precision as those who built the originals. The technology to do so in that era simply didn't exist. According to historical teachings, it shouldn't have been possible to construct the pyramids when they were built. It may sound like a wild claim, but the evidence is there for all to see. From the mysterious ruins of Machu Picchu to the megalithic structures of Stonehenge, there are signs that an ancient civilization once thrived on this planet. And yet, despite all this evidence, the idea of an advanced civilization existing millions of years ago is still considered by many to be nothing more than a myth. But what if we are wrong? What if there is more to our history than we ever thought possible? What if an ancient civilization once existed that was so advanced, it was capable of feats we can't even imagine today? Imagine a world where technology was not just a tool but a way of life, where energy was harnessed directly from the stars, where the laws of physics were understood at a level that would make our modern scientists blush. This civilization would have had the ability to terraform entire planets, create new forms of life, and travel through space at speeds that would make our fastest rockets look like snails in comparison. And yet, despite all this power, this civilization would have eventually faced a crisis that threatened their very existence. Perhaps it was a natural disaster, a war between factions, or a sudden shift in the fabric of space-time. Whatever the cause, this civilization was forced to make a choice: either face extinction or leave their world behind and search for a new home among the stars. So, they embarked on a journey that would take them millions of years, hopping from one planet to the next, terraforming and colonizing as they went. They left behind incredible structures that still baffle us to this day, from the pyramids to the Nazca lines to the underwater cities hidden beneath the waves. Despite all the evidence pointing to the possibility that we are not alone, we still cling to the belief that humanity is the pinnacle of civilization. We often assume that we are the most advanced civilization to have ever existed. But what if we are simply the latest in a long line of civilizations that have risen, flourished, and eventually collapsed over millions of years? What if we are following in the footsteps of those who came before us, learning from their failures and building upon their successes? This idea might sound far-fetched or like something straight out of a science fiction novel. But the reality is, we don't know. The evidence is all around us, waiting to be uncovered and pieced together like a giant puzzle. The more we explore, the more questions arise about what we might discover and whether we're truly as advanced as we believe ourselves to be. Could we be in the final stages of our own rise? Or are we merely the next chapter in the cosmic cycle of birth and decay of civilizations? Only time and careful research will reveal the truth. Take the Kardashev scale, for example, a framework that helps us understand the progression of civilizations based on their energy consumption. A Type 1 civilization has mastered the energy resources of its home planet. It can manipulate weather, harness renewable energy sources, and control natural forces like earthquakes or volcanic eruptions. However, the greatest threat to a Type 1 civilization lies in the depletion of their planet's energy resources. As they harvest more and more energy to fuel their growth, they risk exhausting their planet's reserves, leading to a potential energy crisis, or worse, extinction. This danger isn't hypothetical. It's a real threat that humanity faces as we continue to push the boundaries of energy consumption and resource extraction. Next, there's the threat that looms over a Type 2 civilization. These are civilizations capable of harnessing the energy of entire stars. They might build Dyson spheres or tap into the power of fusion and stellar winds to fuel their technologies. But just as with a Type 1 civilization, they are not immune to collapse. The biggest danger they face is the eventual depletion of their parent star's energy. Stars are finite. Eventually, they burn out. The fate of a Type 2 civilization would depend on their ability to find new sources of energy before their sun runs out of fuel, or before they face a catastrophic failure in their energy systems. Then, there's the terrifying reality faced by a Type 3 civilization, one that can harness the power of entire galaxies. They could manipulate the energy of multiple stars and use the forces of galaxies themselves to fuel their technologies. But even these advanced beings would not be immune to existential risks. The ultimate threat to a Type 3 civilization is the death of the galaxy itself. As galaxies collide, stars die, and black holes consume matter, the health of the universe could diminish. A Type 3 civilization, no matter how advanced, must be prepared to address the long-term health of not just their galaxy, but the entire universe. Ultimately, the dangers faced by each type of civilization are unique to their level of advancement. However, all of them must contend with the finite nature of the universe and the limitations of the energy they control. The key to survival is adaptation, planning for the long term, and continually pushing the boundaries of scientific and technological progress. For us, humanity is still in its infancy when it comes to understanding the vastness of the universe and our place within it. The road ahead is long and filled with uncertainty, but the challenges we face are not insurmountable. By working together, across nations, disciplines, and ideologies, and striving to understand the universe more deeply, we can overcome the dangers that threaten our survival. With courage, determination, and a commitment to the greater good, we can break through the barriers that limit us today and achieve great things. We have the potential to reach new heights of technological innovation, cosmic exploration, and understanding of the forces that govern everything from subatomic particles to the entire universe. The path forward is not clear, but our destiny may lie in the hands of those who dare to dream and to strive for the unimaginable. What do you think about the content in today's video? Do you think humanity's chance of advancing to higher civilizations is feasible? Please leave a comment to let me know. Thank you for watching. If you learned something from this video, please subscribe to the Top Hidden Knowledge channel for more content on wisdom, spirituality, and personal growth. Or, if you have time, check out other videos on this channel. Until next time.